Hi, this is Scott with DevGuy.net. This video tutorial is going to be a short video tutorial for setting up a boilerplate project, an empty project for developing some of the iPhone games that we're going to be going over on this site. So that's why it's considered day zero. It's just something that you do ahead of time to set up your machine and kind of get familiar with Xcode for the tutorials that are to come. So let's get started. The Xcode 4.4 icon is already installed here, so I'm going to go ahead and start that. Take it a little bit of time to come up, and there you see the Welcome to Xcode version 4.4. Number of things on here that are very interesting. We're going to create a new Xcode project here, and when that comes up into the Xcode window, you're going to get a screen that says choose a template for your new project. So obviously we're going to be doing iPhone games, so we've got the iOS templates here, applications, and that's pretty much where we're going to stick our attention for the simple projects. And notice here that there's an OpenGL game template that you could choose. We're not going to choose that. Kind of resist the urge for that because it is a more complicated, way more powerful, but more complicated. We want to keep it simple for now. So we're going to continue, or we're going to use this single view application. So click that, click next. You're going to get a screen where you can fill in some information. We're going to call this, let's say, day zero. Oops. Day zero. The organization name can be anything you want it. Of course, for a sample app, it doesn't really matter. The company identifier should be the reverse domain name, something that's you can guarantee to be unique. And notice what happens here, that the bundle identifier gets built off of the company identifier and the product name put together. And so those bundles are important. It's important for those names to be unique. Class prefix, you don't have to use that. I just put DG in here for DevGuy. I like to use them, but they are, like I said, not necessary. The device, we're going to stick with iPhone. Now you might have Universal in yours if this is the first time you've run it. Universal it will allow you to target both the iPhone and the iPad. Again, we want to keep it simple, so we're just going to put iPhone there. We're not going to be using storyboards for this particular, for a lot of these samples. We will use automatic reference counting, powerful, somewhat new feature in Xcode that helps with memory management and destruction of objects. And we're not going to include unit tests, also another powerful item there, but again, we want to keep things simple, so we're going to leave that unchecked. Go to next. Then you're going to find where you want to, or you're going to determine where you want to save this particular project. So where it is fine with me. It's in the DevGuy.net folder that I've set up previously. Now for you, you may want to come in to your particular setup and find a place to store this. You might create something like DevGuy tutorials. Create a folder there, and you could create it that way if you want. I'm not going to do that, but that's just kind of showing you how you could possibly do that. Let me go back to the one that I set up for this particular, and what will happen is it'll create the day zero project there in that particular folder and show you the project settings. Now you can kind of thumb through this if you want. It's on the summary page right now. There's an info page, build settings, build phases, build rules. But all those are project settings. Quite a bit there to take in. Don't need to necessarily look at all that right now or understand it. Notice that our files have been created. We've got an app delegate, we've got a view controller, and we have a zip file there as well. So we should be able to, if everything's working fine, we should be able to build and run this application in our iOS simulator. It will not do anything, but it will show us if we've got a working template. Okay, it's behind the screen there, so I had to click on it. And there it is. You've got a gray screen. If you wind up with a gray screen there on your iOS simulation device, then congratulate yourself. You have created a working iPhone application. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you for day 0 or day 1. Thanks.